Welcome to Mukesh Manoharan Studio. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon before we proceed. Right, now I want you to imagine, if you will, the inner workings of your own mind. It's not a sterile filing cabinet, is it? It's actually more like a vast, misty, and somewhat mysterious landscape. And within this dense fog, brilliant sparks of inspiration, profound ideas, creative solutions, life-altering epiphanies, they'll suddenly flare up, illuminating the darkness with absolute clarity. But here's the catch. Those sparks are incredibly fragile. If they aren't immediately captured, the mist just rolls right back in, and that beautiful, blinding light vanishes forever into the shadows. It leaves you with nothing but the haunting ghost of a memory you just can't quite grasp. So today, we're going to learn exactly how to build a fortress around those sparks.
Picture yourself standing in a crowded, noisy room. People are talking all around you, the atmosphere is heavy, and suddenly, completely out of nowhere, it hits you. A breakthrough idea. The exact solution you've been searching for all week. You feel this incredible rush of adrenaline, and you tell yourself, I absolutely must remember this. But then, someone bumps into you. A random conversation interrupts your train of thought, and just like that, you literally feel the idea slipping through your fingers, running away like water scooped up in the palms of your hands. The productivity expert David Allen understood this tragic human experience perfectly. He realized that your brain is an extraordinary factory for having ideas, but it's a hopelessly flawed warehouse for storing them. As we journey deeper into the delicate, invisible mechanics of your memory today, please take a quick moment to subscribe and like the channel if you haven't already. Okay, let's dive into this a bit more. The friction between experiencing a moment of genius and actually preserving it is honestly one of the greatest silent tragedies of the human condition. We walk around carrying this immensely powerful, complex biological engine that's capable of generating the most beautiful, abstract concepts the world has ever seen. And yet, we treat it like a digital hard drive. We just expect it to flawlessly record and store every fleeting thought. But the truth is, the human mind is a terribly leaky vessel. If you don't capture an idea in the exact moment it appears and at the exact speed it arrives, it doesn't just fade, it evaporates entirely, leaving zero trace behind.
There's this hidden, dangerous place where our greatest thoughts go to die. We like to call it the Idea Death Valley, and it has three distinct, perilous regions. The first is the morning commute. You're stuck in a frustrating gridlock of traffic, maybe rain tapping on the glass, when a sudden insight about your career strikes you. It's perfect, but the car ahead moves, you quickly park, check an urgent email, grab your coffee, and the insight is instantly buried under the noise of the day. The second region is the steaming isolation of the shower. The warm water clears your head, and a massive epiphany arrives. You vow to write it down, but you step out into the cold air, pick up your phone, get completely distracted by 2 or 3 flashy Instagram reels, and the epiphany just washes right down the drain. And finally, the quiet midnight breakthrough. The house is completely silent, you're drifting off to sleep when the universe opens up to you with a magnificent idea. But the sheer, heavy exhaustion of getting out of bed and walking down the dark hallway to fetch your laptop, it feels like climbing a mountain. You whisper, I'll remember it tomorrow, but you never do.
To escape this graveyard of lost thoughts, we have to start looking at writing not just as a chore, but as a profound act of salvation. Consider the emotional journey of a creator named Nandini. Back in June 2022, she was completely overwhelmed by this deep, paralyzing confusion and anxiety about her life's path. But instead of letting those thoughts endlessly swirl and torment her, she began to pour them out onto the page. She used writing as a revealing mirror for her soul, mapping out both the positive light and the negative shadows of her mind. This simple, grounding practice of capturing her raw thoughts didn't just ease her anxiety, it resonated so deeply with the shared human experience that it drew a massive following of 1 million people. Writing isn't just cold storage, you see. It is the ultimate tool for achieving 10 times the clarity in a very chaotic world.
And this brilliantly illustrates a reality that the most powerful leaders in the world have already weaponized. Transport yourself for a moment into a high-stakes, entirely silent boardroom at Amazon headquarters. There are no flashy slides on the screen. There's no charismatic speaker pacing around the room. Jeff Bezos famously enacted a ruthless ban on PowerPoint presentations. Why? Because a confident speaker can easily use flashy bullets and colorful charts to sell a terrible, lazy idea. Bullets hide the cracks in our logic. Instead, Bezos forced his teams to sit in total silence and read incredibly dense, 6-page narratives. Long-form writing ruthlessly exposes fake clarity. It strips away all the smoke and mirrors, forcing the mind to truly understand what it's trying to say. By the way, if you're finding value in this deep dive into the mechanics of clear thinking, please take a brief moment to share this explainer with a friend and hit that subscribe button to help our community grow. What Bezos understood intuitively is actually rooted in a beautiful, hidden psychological process known as cognitive consolidation. I want you to imagine the everyday thoughts in your head as an expanding, invisible gas. They just drift aimlessly through your consciousness. They shapeshift, they expand to fill the empty space in your head, and if left alone, they simply dissipate into the ether. But the physical, deliberate act of writing acts as a freezing mechanism. It cools down that chaotic gas, condenses it, and forces those drifting abstractions into a heavy, unbreakable, solid reality. Writing is literally the alchemy that turns the invisible into the physical.
You know, there's a quiet, poignant truth shared by a wise mentor that echoes through the halls of every successful enterprise. It's a harsh truth, for sure, but a deeply necessary one. If you can't write down your idea clearly, you simply do not understand it. Vague writing is never an issue of having a poor vocabulary. It's the ultimate glaring symptom of a vague mind. When we struggle to put our feelings or our strategies onto the page, it's really the universe's way of tapping us on the shoulder and whispering that we just haven't done the hard work of thinking it all the way through yet.
So if we know that capturing our thoughts is the key to clarity, why on earth do we consistently fail to do it? Well, as we build the dramatic tension of our story here, we really have to identify the true villain. And the enemy is not our own laziness. It's not a faulty memory or some lack of discipline. The true villain is friction. It's those microscopic, agonizing milliseconds of resistance between the lightning-fast speed of our racing minds and the painfully slow, cumbersome typing of our fingers. When an idea strikes at 1,000 miles an hour, asking your brain to slow down to the speed of a keyboard is like asking a wild stallion to pull a heavy stone cart. The friction absolutely kills the magic.
So the crucial point is, to survive this, we have to build an armory against this invisible friction. We need to engineer zero-friction solutions that catch our thoughts mid-air before they ever hit the ground. Today, we can bridge this gap by wielding the power of modern AI voice-to-text tools like WhisperFlow. These act as a flawless digital catcher's mitt for our spoken words. But we also don't have to abandon the ancient tactile magic of the physical world. Keeping a faithful physical diary right by your side or quickly sketching out a conceptual drawing provides an immediate, visceral release valve for your brain. The medium itself doesn't really matter. The total elimination of resistance does.
Just imagine this deeply immersive scenario. You're walking down a bustling city street, the wind is against your face, and your mind is successfully untangling an incredibly complex financial concept. Let's say you're mapping out the taxation policies of U.S. traders versus Indian traders, calculating the efficiency of capital markets, diving deep into the nuances of long-term capital gains. It's a lot, right? But instead of losing this masterpiece to the noise of the traffic, you simply press a trigger key on your phone in your pocket. You speak out loud at the exact frantic speed of your own racing thought. And effortlessly, the AI instantly weaves your spoken chaos into beautifully structured, deeply searchable text. You've literally captured lightning in a bottle, all without breaking your creative stride for a single second.
Now, as you begin to capture every single spark, I have to reveal a surprisingly comforting truth to you. 80%. That is the massive portion of the ideas you frantically capture that will turn out to be entirely useless. I know, it sounds discouraging, but this is not a failure. It's actually a massive, triumphant victory. This is a necessary, beautiful filtration system. By getting the bad ideas out of your head and onto the page, you clear out all that mental debris. You make room for the truly brilliant 20%. You also begin to see the hidden patterns and internal biases in your own thinking. If you're enjoying this liberating shift in perspective, this is a wonderful moment to gently remind you to like this explainer and ensure you're subscribed to the channel so we can keep clearing that mental fog together.
Let's move on and see how this builds into an incredible operational advantage in your daily life. Feel the immense physical relief of sitting down at your desk on a stressful Monday morning. You have a massive, intimidating document to write, or maybe a daunting presentation for the morning stand-up meeting. Usually, this means 45 grueling minutes of staring at a blinding white, completely blank page, just waiting for inspiration under the heavy crush of pressure. But today's different. You open your notes and you find a rough, beautiful draft already waiting for you, pieced together from the fleeting thoughts you captured in the cab, in the shower, on your walk. That agonizing 45-minute mountain magically shrinks down to a breezy 12-minute task of simple editing. You have essentially given your future self the ultimate gift.
We are navigating a breathtaking modern technological landscape right now. Today, everyone has equal, instant access to the exact same information through AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. Information is no longer scarce, it's everywhere.
So the only true human differentiator left in this vast sea of data is the raw, unshakable conviction of your own clearly structured thoughts. Clear thinking is the ultimate modern currency. It's the one thing a machine cannot fake. Your ability to capture your humanity, organize it, and present it with crystal clarity is what will ultimately set you apart. And before we reach the culmination of our journey today, please take one last moment to subscribe to the channel, ensuring you never miss a step as we continue to grow and evolve alongside one another.
And so our journey through the misty landscape of the mind brings us to a quiet, lingering crossroads. I want to leave you with a soft yet profound challenge, the 7-day challenge. For just one single week, can you commit to capturing every single spark of inspiration? Can you build a fortress around your mind and absolutely refuse to let the friction steal your brilliance? Try it. Watch how the invisible gas of your thoughts solidifies into the unshakable foundation of your future. Thank you deeply and warmly for staying with me through this entire story and for allowing me to guide you through the hidden potential of your own mind. Until we meet again on the next journey, keep your thoughts clear and your imagination endless.